Hey guys, it's Miss Savannah. So today we are going to be continuing to learn about volume. So you will use this video for today's assignment as well as tomorrow's assignment. So if you need to rewatch it tomorrow, you should do that. So our essential question is, how can you find the volume of rectangular prisms that are combined? So we have a rectangular prism, the blue one and the green one, on our first problem. And you can see that we have a blue one on the bottom and then this green one is sitting on top of it. So we have to find the volume of both of these and then add that volume together. So I'm going to remind you of your equation for volume. So it is V equals length times width times height. So to start off, I'm going to start by finding the volume of the blue rectangular prism. So we see that we have 10, 4, and 2 for our length, width, and height. So I'm going to do 4 times 10 times 2. And then we're going to also solve this. Go ahead and solve it. So we've got 4 times 10 is 40, times 2 would be 80. And then we need to find the volume of our green rectangular prism. So don't get confused at this right here, because this 6 inches is telling you that the width of the blue rectangular prism and the width of the green equals 6 inches. So we know that the width of the blue rectangular prism is 2, so we'll need to put a 2 right here. Now we need to find the width of the green rectangular prism. So if we know that both of them combined equals 6, then 2 plus what equals 6. So to find that, you can subtract 2 from 6, which would be 4. So our width of the, I'm saying this all wrong, the height, sorry. This is height. It's been a long day. The height of the blue is 2, and so the height of these combined is 6. So the height of the green one would be 4. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. So volume equals, I'm going to put my time symbols here. We said the height of the green was 4. We also know the width of the green one is 2. So I'm going to go ahead and fill a 2 in there. So now we just need to find the length. So the length of the blue one is 4 right here, and it is perfectly stacked up. So the length of the green one would also be 4. So now our volume equals 4 times 2 times 4. So 4 times 2 is 8, and then 8 times 4 would be 32. So now all I need to do is add my volumes together. 80 plus 32. 0 plus 2 is 2. 8 plus 3 is 11. So my volume of both rectangular prisms is going to be 112 cubic unit inches. Okay, let's go to a different problem. Let's go down here. All right, so let's look at number 1 together. I'm on page 701 if you want to follow along. So it says find the volume of the composite figure. So that means that you have 2 figures that are combined. So I'm going to write my equation. I don't have much room to work, but let's see, I'm going to write it here. So volume equals length times width times height. So first I'm going to find this bottom rectangular prism. So if I look at it, I'm going to fill in volume equals, for this one, I'm going to do length is 4, 8 is width, and 2 is height. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this. 8 times 4, 8, 16, 24, 32. 32 times 2 equals 64. So now I need to find the volume of the one on top of it. So just like our first problem that we did, we have a combined height of 5 inches. We know that the height of my bottom one is 2 inches. So we have to figure out 2 and what makes 5. So 2 plus what equals 5. We can do that by saying 5 minus 2, which gives us 3. So now we know the height of our top figure is 3. So I'm going to fill that in here and leave a space for my width and length. So my length on this one was 4, which this one is, the top one is perfectly stacked. So my length here would also be 4. And my width is going to be 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 8, 16, 24. So now I just add these up. 4 plus 4 is 8. 6 plus 2 is 8. So my total volume is going to be 88 cubic unit inches. Okay. All right, let's look at number 4 together. Okay, so we have 3 different figures kind of put all together, and you don't really see any lines. So on this one up here, we saw lines. So we're going to have to make lines. So I'm going to do dashes here and dashes here. And that just fell. Actually, for this one, to make it easier, I'm going to do dashes this way. And you'll see why in just a second. So, if I have volume equals length times width times height, I am going to find, I know you can't see me pointing, so I'm just going to point an arrow. I'm going to find this one's volume first. So my length for the top is 10. My width is 3. And my height, I have a combined height here of 6, but that's not going to be my height for this top one that I sectioned off. We see that right here is 4, so I need to figure out 4 and what makes 6 to fill in this empty space. So it would be 2, because 6 minus 4 equals 2. So my height is going to be 2. And now I can solve this one. 10 times 3 is 30. 30 times 2 is 60. So I found the volume of my first one. So now I want to look at this section right here. So I'm going to rewrite this. So we need length times width times height. So I'm going to use 2 as my length. My width, I need to know what this is right here. So if we look up here, we have the same distance, because you got to imagine this is going straight up like that. go. So we have the same distance here, so this is going to be 3 as our width. And then our height, we see right here, is going to be 3. It's not going to be 4 because this side is longer. You can see it goes down here than this side. So our height is going to be 3. So then I have 2 times 3, which is 6, and then 6 times 3, which is 18. All right. So for our last one, which is this one, we need to do length times width times height again. So for my length, I'm going to put 2. For my width, this width right here is going to be the same as this one, and this up here, which is 3. And then my height is 4. You can see it right there. So 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 4 is 24. And now all I need to do is add up these 3 numbers. So 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus another 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So my total volume is going to be 102 cubic unit centimeters. Okay, so this takes a lot of thinking and marking stuff off and setting up your equations. I'm going to include another video for tomorrow as well, so you can rewatch this video and that one. All right, thank you guys. Bye. Do this every time. I've got to click the pointer and then